Hey, it's Ruby. Welcome to a new reading journal video. It is officially June, so it's time to fill it out and see what we got up to in May. So let's just get right into it. Let's not dilly-dally because these videos can get long. So first up, the 26 and 2026. I did read some of these. I think I read 4 of these actually, which is pretty good. And I typically don't like force myself to read them or anything like that. I just pick them up when I can. But it was a good month. So I'm gonna fill out what I read. It was If We Were Villains, which I ended up giving it not that high of a rating. I mean, I enjoyed it for the most part, but it just wasn't a fave. And if you saw the wrap up, then you heard all of my thoughts. But what did I end up giving it? 2.5 stars. Yeah, I did end up unhauling it. So there's that. I don't regret reading it, but I didn't love it. And then I read I Hope This Finds You Well, which I liked fine, but it's not what I thought it was going to be. I thought it was just going to be like messier with more drama, and it just wasn't what I wanted. It was actually a lot more like cozy and hopeful feeling. I didn't like being in this girl's head. I didn't mention that in my wrap up, but because she was going through it and it was not fun. So there's that. And then I did read All Hell Chaos. I gave this 4 stars. I do think that this rating's a little high for the book, but I love these characters so much that I don't even care. Like 4 stars is fine. But I will be seeing this through and finishing off a trilogy because I love that first book so much, so much. And then I read this one, which was the 3rd and final book. I think it's the final book in this series, and it was definitely my least favorite. I feel like my favorite was the first one, and then the second one, and then the 3rd one. It just felt a lot more YA, a lot more juvenile. So yeah, I didn't love it. So there's that, 3.25 stars for that. And I did start putting some stickers on the covers just because I felt like it. So I'm using stickers from this sticker book that I got at Michael's years ago. And they're just little star stickers, which I intend to buy more so that I can do this in the future also. And I'm really not going to be too careful about them. I just want to put them on the book cover. This one... My desk chair's so squeaky, so don't mind that if you hear it. But that's that. So yeah, I'm doing pretty good with this. I've DNF'd one of these and I still have quite a bit to go, but I think I'm doing okay. These I keep up with as I go. If I scratch them off, it's because I read them. If I highlight them, it's because I bought them. But I try to be pretty good with not buying new releases until I read them. I read 16 books in the month of May, so I'm gonna take out my stickers so that I can fill that out. But yeah, this is just a way for me to be able to use my stickers. It's really nothing special, so... So there's that. The monthly stats, we can fill these out for sure. So I always keep a little sheet so that I can work with it. So I read 16 books in the month of May. That was 6,270 pages. Average star rating of 3, just 3.0. I did have a 5-star, a DNF, and then these were books that were sent to me. My spending, it was out of hand. I did spend quite a bit in the month of May, and I talked about it, but yeah, I did spend a lot. But that's okay. Is it? We're gonna say it is. I got 22 new books in May myself, like that I bought, which is insanity, but you know, a lot of those were from book outlets, so it's okay. Then the book trust. This takes me a while, so we'll probably definitely speed through this, but I had 1 5-star, but I didn't realize I had messed up a while back, and I have an extra one. So I'm not gonna fill up the 5-star. I have 3 4 stars, 7 3 stars, and 5 2 stars, no 1 stars. So we're just gonna go ahead and start filling them out. So I need a purple, the yellow, and the green. And I just do these at the same time because, you know, I have to make them fit. I have to make the most out of my space. So let's speed this part up for sure. There we go. Of course I ended up messing up. Why wouldn't I? But I tried to fix it as best as I could. And honestly, it's fine. So there's that. And then we have my favorite spread of my journal, the grid trackers. These take a long time, but I love to do them with you. I don't know that we'll do them all together, but I do want to do the genres because I feel like that's always super interesting. So for thrillers, I read actually quite a bit of thrillers, which was surprising to me. The very first book of the month, Dear Debbie, was a thriller. And then I guess we'll swap to romance. I read An Academic Affair, which was an adult romance. And then I read We Used to Live Here, which was a horror. I've been getting into horror recently, which is honestly pretty cool. I haven't found one that I absolutely love, but I have been enjoying them. So there's that. And this one was trippy, but I did like it. And then Into the Blue is categorized as a romance. So I'm going to include it as a romance, but I shelve it with my literary fiction because I feel like it was just more than that. We have another romance, Mile High, and then a YA romance. We can include that. And then we skip and another romance. A lot of romance. I definitely have been into romance. And now that it's summer, almost, I feel like it's, you know, summer is for romance. In between that, we had a magical realism, which is a genre that I really don't love, but I will give it a chance once in a while. Not often, just once in a while. So there was that, which was Your Soulmate is Attached. And then historical fiction, which was the Emma M. Lyon book, which I don't even think that I have. Yeah, I don't have a slot for historical fiction, so we're just gonna count it as literary because that's okay with me. I don't really read historical fiction because I don't like it. I'll read historical romance, just not historical fiction. Then we had a fantasy because I read Overlord. So light purple. And the last one was also a fantasy. Lit fic, I hope this finds you well. Which was okay. Romance, romantasy, wow. A lot of different genres. So romance, romantasy is this purpley color, which I had another one. mystery, romantasy. This is Direbound. I reread Direbound, so there's that. And then mystery and fantasy. We end with fantasy, which is this purple one. Mystery. I don't really read mystery. What was mystery? If we were villains? Yeah, I guess that was mystery. And for that, I used this color, which again, I rarely read mysteries. And it's funny because today is June 2nd and I just finished my first book of June. It's a mystery. So I'm a liar, apparently. Now for the audiences, they're mostly all adult. There's only one YA. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 adults. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then the singular YA, which was Rules and Rivalry, and then the rest were adult. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. This one was easy enough. All of that. And then page count. I think we're gonna speed up the page count. For the formats, yeah, we'll speed these two up because they're gonna take a minute and they're not as interesting as a genre. Last one. So as always, I do the most immersive reading. And if you're wondering what that is, because I do get questions about it, it's when I listen to the audiobook while I follow along with the physical book, or I listen to the audiobook while I follow along with the ebook. So it's like when you do both. So that's why you rarely see physical, because I usually have the audios for everything. But, you know, it's not always, or else we wouldn't have these other colors. So there's that. We are done with that. And now we can just put our little J for June on the next slot and be ready. And now we have the stickers. It's time for stickers. I always keep them in this. I do think I have things linked in my Amazon storefront down below for everything that I use, or as many things as I can. And I usually print the covers myself and I'll cut them and then I stick them on here. So that's exactly what I did. So for the Hall of Fame, I did have 1 5-star, which was Into the Blue. So we're gonna stick it in here. And then my favorite book of the month was, again, Into the Blue. So we're gonna put it here, because that was my only 5-star read. I did really like Direbound. I almost chose Direbound, but I didn't. Daggermouth, I have not finished it. This is the first time I don't finish a book club book on time. So we're just gonna add the June book. They chose The Poison Daughter. So we're gonna add that one. I do intend to finish Daggermouth. I've just been really slow with it because the chapters are so long and it's been getting me. I'm not gonna lie. I'm gonna put in Direbound because it was my reread for this month. And that's that for this series. I actually don't keep track of this, so I'm just gonna have to try and remember if I've read any of these. So none of these. I did not finish Cytonic. I haven't been into it, so I didn't finish it. None of these. I did read All Hell Chaos, and I thought this was a duology, which is why I had it here, but it's not. It's ongoing, so it is mistakenly on here. But I'm still gonna have to keep it in my reading journal because there's gonna be a third and final book, and that was my mistake. And then I did read the first 2 books in the Windy City series, so I can mark those, and that's it for this page. So there's that. And then I don't have anything here for ongoing series. I was gonna check off Finley Donovan, but I just finished that, so that's for June. I haven't read any of these. I reread Direbound. I haven't read this one yet. Wow, I didn't really do that well in series. I started a new one, which this was, what is that book called? Bonded by Thorns, because my friend wanted to read that. So yeah, there's that. And then these, I do check them off as I go, so we don't need to worry about that. These, again, I fill these out as I go because it's just easier to keep up with them. And the physical TBR, I also scratch them out as I go, which you can see what I've done. These are my aardvark books, so don't mind them. The DNFs, I had the one singular DNF, so let's go ahead and write it in. It was No Matter What by Cara Bastone. No Matter What. And I DNF'd this on the 12th, so there's that. This I did add to it. I added L. Kennedy's series because I do want to read the off-campus series to watch the show because everybody's been raving about the show and I want to watch it too. So I added all the books that apparently are in the universe, so we'll see when I start that, hopefully soon. And then this I always keep up with. It's how I do everything. And now we're to our monthly spreads. Last month I did end up doing the April spread, but obviously we didn't have one last month because the files were no good. But look how cute it was. It was so adorable. I really liked how this turned out. It was so springy. So we'll do one for this month. For this, I did add The Right Move to it. For book bingo, I don't think there's anything we can fill out. We do have, I mean, Direbound does kind of have a love triangle, but I feel like in the first book, it's really not explored. So I don't think that I can count that as love triangle. I'll wait because I know I'm going to be picking up some love triangle books for sure. So the last thing to do is to just do our monthly spread right here. I don't know what I want to do. Honestly, I don't have a plan. I also don't feel very creative today. What color do I use? I guess green. Haven't done green. Maybe I'll do like a big green checker. Would that look stupid or would that look okay? What do you think? I think we should just try it. And if it's stupid, that's fine. It's just my reading journal. It's not a big deal. I just freehand things because I am too lazy to use a ruler and all that. So if these aren't the straightest lines, it's okay. So let's fast forward through this because you do not want to see me make all these lines. I feel like I should have skipped a line and not done, oops, my hand got stuck. And I shouldn't have done so many, but I guess I've committed to it. Maybe I can do it wide the other way around. Would it look dumb? Would it? I don't know. I guess it kind of does look dumb, right? Dang it. That was a lot, honestly. I started getting kind of annoyed, so I started just rushing through it, but it's fine. I don't mind it at all. So we're gonna go ahead and put in all the book covers. First, the monthly TBR, starting with my book club pick. I'm gonna keep the same layout because I just really like it. So there's that, and then an academic affair. They don't have to be perfect. I just kind of want them like in the same spot-ish. Good enough. And then the last three. It's funny that I didn't get to these two because they were super short. They're like the shortest ones in my TBR, and I didn't get to them. But I fully do intend to read them. I read every single book that I choose on my TBR. There we go. And then for the dots, what color do I do? I don't have all my markers here, so I'm just gonna have to wing it and just choose a random color. Ooh, I also forgot to do the circle graph. I am not prepared today, but this was very on like a whim. I was just like, oh, I should film that. So I guess I could grab a marker and my circle graph. I think I'm just gonna have to leave space for the circle graph because I like to I like to input it digitally and then look at it so that I'm precise, and it will bother me. So I'm gonna have to wait on the circle graph, and I actually don't want to go get the marker, so I'm just gonna choose a random color because it's fine. So we're just gonna make the dots. I didn't finish this. I did read this. I didn't start these. I did read this and I read this. So we're just gonna leave it like that for now. And now for the book covers, I read 16. So how many fit here? Okay, I guess I can do them the same. It'll fit 15 and then I'll just include one other one. Yeah, that should be good. So where are we though? Around here. Good enough. I feel like I'm moving the tripod so much, so I hope it's not too shaky, but if it is, I am so sorry. So how's it going? I really don't have much to update you on. I've been in a mood where I want to go to IKEA and I want to buy a bunch of shelves, but I don't have the space for them. I mean, I feel like I could fit them in somewhere, but I truly don't have much space for them. It's just, I want them because I want to display my books like all nicely and I want to spread them out and stuff, but it's just not necessary to spend that money. And I know that if I ask my husband, like, he will take me and he'll buy them for me, but then I'm just gonna feel guilty about it because I'm making it work right now with what I have. And the thing is that I've been on hauling books pretty regularly this year, and that helps because even though I get sent books, I do unhaul books pretty frequently, so it kind of balances out. Kind of, not really, because I do receive more books than I unhaul, but it's okay. I feel like now that we are not moving from Maryland, at least not anytime soon. I've been more lenient with things because I wasn't allowing myself to buy much, and especially not furniture and stuff, because we were gonna have to move it to California. And it was just, it's such a pain, like not only moving cross country but then moving all your stuff, because the movers end up breaking stuff, and it's just a hassle. So the less stuff you have, the better. But I don't know, I just feel like until we settle down, I'm not going to be able to buy things that I truly want, and it sucks. But things are up in the air. Like, I don't know if my husband truly wants to stay at his company long term, because he likes it, but there's certain things that bother both of us, I guess, and that we've talked about. But I mean, it's fine for now, so we'll see. But yeah, that's all that done. So now I just have to put in all the ratings, and then we can put the stickers down. Okay, so we're just gonna leave space for a circle graph, which these are the circle graphs that I literally just made a circle and I fill it in and then I put it somewhere, which I think, let's see, I like to put it in different places. I guess we'll put it here. So this is gonna go here, so we're not gonna put anything else in this area. And now we can do stickers. So I'm gonna use the same washi stickers I've been using because I still have a lot of them that I haven't used. So I'm just gonna pull out 2 rolls. I don't want to look through them, so we're just gonna work with whatever came out. So these are the first ones. I feel like these with the green are probably gonna be what I choose, because again, I don't feel like, I'm not feeling creative today, wanting to put much effort into things. So let's just stick with that first roll for now and pull green stickers. So here's a plant we can use. I can't grab it. What the what the heck? Okay, there, it was totally just me. And I think we can stick this guy here. Cute. And then let's grab some of these green girls. This girl vlogging, at least that's what I'm gonna say that she's doing. We can put her like right there. And then this girl, she looks super cool. I think we can fit her down here. And then cut off part of her. I think we can put this, because it's still technically spring, even though we're already going to summer, but May was spring. So we can put this here as if she was shopping. And we have extra little flowers that I want to use also. I'll save those. Maybe, no, not yet. Let's see. What else? They're like different little scenes though, so it'll look weird if I put like this girl in. Is there anything else? I mean, I guess the cafe girls would go. We can put this other one that's sitting. Give this one a friend. And then I like the table on this one, so we can do this one too. Dang, these are hard to grab. Only because I don't want to move my journal. And we'll just put her up here. What else? There we go. I think it's fine. I think I could have snuck in a couple more stickers, but honestly, I'm okay with it. And then of course, this will go here when I fill it out, which I'll do it right now. But yeah, I think that is a wrap for that. So we have May and April, March, February, and then we don't talk about January. But that is it for the reading journal. I hope that you followed along, filled out your own journal with me, or, you know, just had a good time, a relaxing time. These are always so long, but I can't help it. I feel like I try and go as fast as possible, and I end up talking too much all the time. But yeah, thank you so much for hanging out with me today. As always, give the video a thumbs up, subscribe if you haven't already, hype up the video, turn on post notifications, all the things, and I'll see you very soon with another one. Bye.